Welcome to yet another video. Today's subject is a little bit darker than the previous one. Well, failed my first
Mod 2.
and right in this area, Thamesmead Central. It gives me horrors just thinking back of this. But let me take you from the beginning and maybe you can learn something from my mistake here. So I've been on the test, right? Did the mod 1 early in the morning, did the mod 2 late in the afternoon, passed mod 1, failed mod 2. Got the mod 2 the second time though, so I mean all good. Been riding for a while now, since last year. So imagine this, you're in this roundabout and they tell you to go to Thamesmead Central. Now I'm basically circling around to get back into it and out. In. Thank you, man. You saw me. That's awesome. Hello, Thamesmead Central, my old friend. A little 30 miles per hour, a little bus lane, and then back. Amazing. So yeah, if you haven't watched my previous monstrous video about places here in Erith where they take you on the tests, this is one of them. And my driving school did tell me, or riding school, sorry, did tell me to stay on the non-bus lane basically through all of these roundabouts, because otherwise it would be a lot of zigzaggy. If they don't say anything, you're going to go straight ahead, and that's basically what I'm taking you now. So first roundabout, fine, not a problem, right? Bus appears again. I believe it was either this roundabout. I think it was this roundabout. All right. I believe it was this roundabout, otherwise it could have been the next one, but I mean it doesn't matter because it's basically the same thing. So where was I? I was told by the motorcycling school that there's no point of throwing in out every single roundabout here because there's like 3 roundabouts, 1, 2, 3 over there. I can show you it later. Because you're just going to bounce back in. And obviously there comes, a tiny bit of risk of staying in the inner lane going straight forward, but like you can do it here. And I was just following the driving school. Why could I always call it driving school? I mean riding school. So basically what happened, and this was such a freak timing, my guys, from this fail got 1 minor, 1 major. The minor was, you know what, I'm gonna cut it in here, was I was too close in a certain more urban area to car doors, which I also mentioned in the previous video. But the major, I was furious. I was furious that this happened to me. Everything else was so fine. So I enter their inner lane, and suddenly, wild street sweeper appears from that exit, comes into the roundabout, flashing amber lights. I panic a little bit because I don't know what to do exactly. I'm standing there and right about to enter, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not going to stress this. I don't want to show aggression. I'm going to let the street sweeper go because it was a little bit too tight. He was right about there and I came. I was like, okay, flashing amber. Let's take this slow, not rush it. And it was just a little bit too tight. Normally I'm quite good with roundabouts, just like judging gaps and stuff, but this threw me off completely. So he enters. I'm in your lane. I'm like, I can't change lane now in my head. And I was just basically praying, please, God, don't take my exit. So we're creeping around here, cars behind me, inner lane, and the bloody street sweeper takes my exit. And I'm falling along. I'm like, well, I mean, I can't do anything now because I mean, I'm behind it, so I guess we're here. So we're going to be behind the street sweeper for a while. This is what I thought. It was like, this is not going to be too rushed. And then I hear the examiner's voice crack through the intercom telling me to undertake the street sweeper before the bus lane activated again there. And I knew in that moment, this was like halfway through the test, that I had just failed because he just instructed me to do something. I almost get I always get sad again for telling this to myself. But it was a brutal one. And later, when I am in, the ride of shame back, my test partner passed, legend, but I failed it from this. And later back in the test center, my examiner was also, a little bit flabbergasted. But he later told me, my teacher, that what I should have done, and maybe you know about this, but I didn't when this happened, is a vehicle that has flashing amber lights and travels sub 5 miles per hour, you can legally undertake. Who knew this? Tell me in the comments. If you knew this, I'm impressed. But also, you know what? If you failed your mod too, please do share. I mean, it maybe makes people feel a bit better about their fails. But that was insane. I don't know what to think of this, but I will now forever remember that rule. Flashing amber lights, sub 5 miles per hour, you can legally undertake. Because that's basically what I did. I was inner lane, he was inner lane, I could have undertook him before the bus lane happened. So I got a major fail because I prevented traffic. So that was what happened. Thank you for hearing this or watching the video once again. I can't wait to make more of these. And again, do share in the comments which mod 2 you failed, or if you knew about this silly rule. I guess it's not so silly, it makes sense, but Bionic Schrello in the moment didn't. And I'll see you in the next video. All right. Thanks. See ya. Bye.